DETV News is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Hey everybody, it's April from DETV, and guess where I am at? I am here. I am at Nerdit. Nerdit has so many things that we use on an everyday basis. Everything in this place is at half off on a retail level. Let me just show you some of the things that we found here at Nerdit. We got laptops, Apple products, Dell products, all for very low prices. We got the Acers here. How many parents really don't have time to do family trips or whatever? We go in our backyard, we fill up this pool, boom, and you got the goggles to go with the pool. I ain't worried about the kids getting chlorine in their eyes. This is super cool. This will keep the kids engaged. The colors are bright and energetic. So y'all looking for the summertime water shoes for the kids? Nerdit now got Nike water shoes. Beauty Rest mattresses. Who needs a new mattress? What are these? Twin size, full size mattresses? Brand new mattresses in the bags, y'all. 16-inch fans, 12-inch fans, 5,000 BTU air conditioners, y'all. Spider-Man. This one might not be here either. I might buy this for my granddaughter. We got the Christmas scented smell goods. You getting ready for the holidays. We got the security cameras. You need to make sure that the house is protected when you're away. You got the Ninja. You got the food processors going on in here. Wow. You want the kids to run outside. You know they tearing up some stuff and we've got to replace them shoes every couple of months. Come on out here. All right, guys, this is April in the Small Business Network here over at DETV. Where you want me to go next? Put it in the comments and I am there.
Tonight, a new kind of crime is hitting Delaware: real estate fraud powered by artificial intelligence. And now officials are warning homeowners to stay alert. Plus, Newcastle County Executive Marcus Henry just rolled out his first budget. And while there's no hike in overall property tax revenue, that doesn't mean your bill will stay the same. We explain. And a social media joke that misfired. Why state police aren't laughing. Those stories, your local forecast, and weekend events all up and down the state, and much more straight ahead. DETV News starts now. Hello and welcome to DETV News for Thursday, April 24th. I'm Matt Ford. Here's what's making headlines this week across the first state. Imagine losing your home and never knowing it was up for sale. That's exactly what's happening in a growing number of property scams across the country. Criminals are using AI and deepfake technology to forge deeds, impersonate owners, and sell homes that don't belong to them. Now Delaware is seeing cases too. In response, all 3 counties in the state have launched free monitoring tools to help residents catch fraud early. Here's how the scam works. First, someone fakes your identity, forges a deed, and then lists your property for a quick online sale, often for cold hard cash. It's hard to catch in time. Kent County's Recorder of Deeds says there's no guaranteed way to stop it, but these alerts can help. Their office has tracked cases in Dover, Felton, and Harrington. They're urging homeowners to sign up for these alerts and stay aware of what's being filed in their name. And if you suspect any fraud, you are urged to contact the Delaware Attorney General's Consumer Protection Unit. You can find links to sign up for each county's alert service on your local Recorder of Deeds website. In other news today, another major company is threatening to leave Delaware. Affirm Holdings, a financial technology firm, is reportedly considering moving its legal headquarters from Delaware to, you guessed it, Nevada or Texas. It's the latest in what some are calling a corporate Dexit, sparked by high-profile disputes with Delaware's Court of Chancery. Companies like AMC Networks and Dropbox have already taken steps to reincorporate elsewhere, citing rising franchise taxes and uncertainty in court rulings. The backlash intensified after a judge struck down Elon Musk's $56 billion Tesla pay package back in December. Critics said the decision and others like it created instability for companies with controlling shareholders. In response, Delaware lawmakers passed Senate Bill 21 to reassure businesses. That new law, signed back in March, protects corporate directors and shareholders from certain lawsuits, but it hasn't stopped companies from leaving. Delaware still leads the nation in incorporations, with over 80% of U.S. IPOs registered in the first state. The corporate sector generated nearly $2 billion in state revenue just last year. Experts say it's too early to tell if a real exodus is underway or if these concerns are overblown. And in other news today, Newcastle County Executive Marcus Henry unveiled a $454 million budget Tuesday with no increase in total property tax revenue, but that's because new property values are changing. The math, thanks to the county's first reassessment since 1983, property values have jumped an average of 375%. That's prompting new tax rates. Residential properties in unincorporated areas are looking at just over 15 cents per $100 of assessed value. Non-residential properties are looking at just over about 24 cents per $100. Now, Henry says this keeps the county, quote, revenue neutral, meaning the same amount of tax money will come in as last year, but how much you pay still may change. The budget includes, first up, a new paramedic station south of the canal, then plans for a library in Glasgow, more parks and trail upgrades, including turf fields and new playgrounds, and a goal to fully staff county police, including raising the retirement age from 55 to 57 for police. There's also help proposed for homeowners, a one-time tax exemption for long-time low-income residents who meet income and property value thresholds. That could help about 1.3% of households in Newcastle County. The County Council will review the vote on a final budget in the coming months. You can find the full details on Newcastle County's website. And staying with Council, Newcastle County Council is making a move to cash in on cannabis. Council has passed a resolution asking the state to let counties impose a local tax on retail marijuana sales. Right now, Delaware applies a 15% tax on cannabis, but counties can't add their own. This resolution, which passed 10-2, would allow Newcastle County to pursue an additional 5% local tax. The sponsor of this resolution says it could bring in up to $6 million a year to fund things like public safety and land use services. Some residents spoke out against the plan, though, and a similar effort by Wilmington City Council didn't gain traction at the state level. If the county wants to move forward, it'll need support from lawmakers down in Dover to change state law. And some sad news today. A Delaware family is mourning the loss of a father and husband killed while sitting at the end of a driveway. Police say a drunk driver is to blame for it. 72-year-old John Christensen died after being hit by a suspected drunk driver in Newcastle. Christensen was sitting on his electric scooter outside his son's home on West Avenue when 45-year-old Roland Fleming drove off the road, hit him, and then crashed into a parked car. Christensen was rushed to the hospital but did not survive. Fleming is charged with DUI and vehicular assault. Police say charges could be upgraded as the investigation continues. In a disturbing case out of Newark this week, police have charged a Pennsylvania man in connection with a sexual assault inside a University of Delaware dorm. The 22-year-old man from Lidditz, Pennsylvania, has been charged with raping and assaulting a UD student in her campus dorm room earlier this year. Suzanne Hogue turned himself in to police on April 17th, nearly 3 months after the alleged assault happened. He's facing 7 charges, including 4 felonies today. University officials say Hoeg is not affiliated with the university, but the student did know him. According to court documents, the two met through a dating app and arranged to meet at her dorm back in January. Police say the assault happened later that evening. Hoeg has since posted more than $81,000 in bail and is banned from all UD property. We want to let you know that if you or someone that you know has experienced sexual violence, help is available and you can contact the National Sexual Assault Hotline. That number is 1-800-656-HOPE. A little further south, a brush fire in southern Delaware led to a disturbing discovery Tuesday afternoon. Firefighters working to control a fast-moving blaze near Milford found a body in the burn area. Crews were first called to the 3000 block of Big Stone Beach Road, that's just north of Milford, shortly after 1 in the afternoon. Fire crews found an outdoor fire spreading rapidly into nearby woods behind a home. While battling those flames, firefighters discovered the body of a man within that burned area. Authorities say there are no initial signs of foul play. The victim's body has been turned over to the Delaware Division of Forensic Science for identification and to determine the exact cause of death there. And the Delaware State Fire Marshal's Office is investigating a house fire that broke out Wednesday night in the Rob Scott Manor neighborhood in Newark. Crews responded to the home on Anglin Drive just after 9 p.m. and found flames coming from the basement extending into the upper floors. Firefighters had the blaze under control in about an hour, though, and luckily no one was hurt, but 2 adults were displaced. The Red Cross has been called in to assist. And an update to a story that we brought you last week. Following an alleged hate crime involving 2 firefighters, Delaware's Fire Commission is calling for change today. The Fire Commission wants every fire company in the state to adopt stronger anti-harassment and inclusion policies. This follows the Millville Volunteer Fire Company revoking 2 members after a reported hate crime. Both now face felony charges. The commission says it can't enforce policy, only recommend it, but that could soon change. New legislation is in the works that may give the commission some more authority, including the power to certify and decertify firefighters. Fire investigator Frank Fioravanti says that they're asking fire companies to create or update policies on harassment, discrimination, and misconduct. Right now, firefighters dismissed from one company can still work elsewhere, but these proposed laws may change that. The legislation is still being drafted today. And the Delaware State Police are speaking out after a popular social media page posted a doctored image mocking a state trooper uniform. The altered photo included a member of the agency's honor guard. Those are officers who often serve during some of the department's most solemn ceremonies. In a statement, the superintendent called the post, quote, unacceptable and disrespectful, especially with National Police Week just weeks away. He said the imagery dishonors the service and sacrifice of Delaware's law enforcement community and urged a renewed commitment to mutual respect between first responders and the public. We want to let you know that DETV has chosen not to show the altered image out of respect for the Delaware State Police. The agency has invited the social media creators who posted this photo to visit the DSP Museum and to learn more about the department's legacy and the role in the community. Let's switch gears now and take a quick look at what's happening around our communities and, of course, what to expect outside this week. Hey there, Shakara.
There is so much happening in our community, Matt, and I cannot wait to tell everyone about it. But first things first, let's get into your DETV weekend weather forecast. We've got sunshine, showers, and a few surprises. So let's get into it and see what the weather will bring us in this last weekend of April. For Feel Good Friday, we are looking at a high of 77 degrees and lows in the 50s. It will be warm, breezy, and partly sunny skies. It will have that it's Friday, let's leave work early kind of weather. Now, Saturday is a whole different story. There will be cloudy skies, a gusty breeze here and there, and yes, some showers will be rolling in. Highs will be in the mid-70s, but you'll want to have that umbrella or rain jacket handy because the evening temps will be in the low 50s. And then there's Sunday, the real MVP of the weekend. We will have a high of 71 degrees and a low of 47 degrees. It will be breezy, but we will have beautiful, sunny weather for the bulk of the day. Now for some fun events that you and the family can get into across the first state. For those younger ones on spring break, they can attend the Spring Break Art Camp with Newcastle County Government. This is for youth ages 6 to 15, and they can take a well-deserved break from school and explore and create all the types of art they can imagine during their one-week sessions. For costs and other important information, visit newcastlede.gov. And for those with even younger little kiddos, head over to the Delaware Museum of Nature and Science. There will be hands-on science activities for ages 3 to 5. The program includes arts and crafts, story time, music and movement, a live animal presentation, and much more. Pre-registration is strongly suggested. Make sure to visit their website at delmns.org for registration and ticket pricing. Now for my folks down at the beach, the Sussex County Library is hosting their Beachside Book Festival on Saturday, April 26th at the Rehoboth Beach Convention Center. You can do a little shopping, chat with local authors, and listen to their book talks. There will also be the best-selling thriller author, David Baldacci, who will speak about his newest book, Strangers in Time. Ticket pricing and info on the meet and greet can be found on Eventbrite. Now, if you're heading back from Rehoboth on Sunday, it's not just the end of the weekend, it's the setup for the week ahead. And nothing resets your mindset like good energy, great music, and a great workout. Check out Travis's throwback 75-minute masterclass on Sunday at 2 p.m. at the Delaware Arts Conservatory. And if you have not attended one of his classes, you are in for a fantastic time. Tickets are $15 and $20 at the door. To purchase tickets, you can pay via PayPal at zspotevents@gmail.com or Venmo at Renee, and that's spelled RENEE-GELDER. That is your weekend in Delaware, DETV fam. Get outside, enjoy time with family and friends, and be sure to tag us in all your weekend events. See you next week. Back to you, Matt.
Looks good, Shakara. Lots to check out this weekend and a little something for everyone around the state. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week. In other headlines today, if you're planning to fly soon, now's the time. Check your ID. Starting in just a few weeks on May 7th, the TSA will start enforcing the federal Real ID law at airports. That means if your license or state ID isn't compliant, you may not be allowed to board a plane or enter federal buildings. Don't fret, it's easy to check. Just look for a gold or white star that's inside of a gold circle in the upper right corner of your driver's license or state ID. If you see it, you're good to go. Delaware was one of the first states to roll out the Real IDs. About 85% of Delawareans are already compliant, so that's good news. If you still need one though, you can head to the DMV with proof of identity, your social security number, and you'll need 2 documents showing your Delaware address. You can find more info on what you need to bring at dmv.de.gov. And a new student tax could be coming to the University of Delaware, and it's got lawmakers, city leaders, and students talking. The Delaware General Assembly is moving forward with a bill that would let the city of Newark charge a $50 per student per semester tax on the University of Delaware. If approved, it could bring in more than $2 million a year, helping close that $6 million budget gap in the city we've been telling you about. UD has been tax exempt since the year 1915, which means it doesn't pay property or real estate transfer taxes. City of Newark officials say about 42% of Newark's land is tax exempt. Most of it is owned by the university. Newark City Manager says the city still handles off-campus safety and services, even though UD has its own police force. In fact, nearly 60% of Newark's operating budget goes to public safety. State Representative Cindy Romer says that the city population nearly doubles when students are in town during the semesters, and UD should contribute more. Some grad students push back, saying the tax is unfair, especially for those who don't live in Newark. The House passed the bill unanimously. It now heads to the Senate. We'll certainly keep you posted. And Delaware could soon have a new watchdog for utility customers. Governor Matt Meyer has nominated Jameson Tweedy to be the state's next public advocate, a role focused on protecting residents from unfair utility rate hikes. Tweedy is a veteran environmental attorney. Meyer says that he will fight for accountability and transparency in energy costs. His nomination now heads to the Senate for confirmation. If approved, Tweedy will help hold utility companies accountable across the state. And in related news today, Delaware may soon have a new marijuana commissioner as the state's cannabis rollout remains delayed. Governor Matt Meyer has nominated Joshua Sanderlin, he's a cannabis attorney, to lead Delaware's Office of the Marijuana Commissioner. The state's adult use market has been stalled due to background check issues that have been flagged by the FBI. Now, lawmakers have since passed a fix, but there's still no launch date set yet. Supporters hope that Sanderlin can help get things back on track. His nomination now heads to the Senate Executive Committee. Here in Wilmington, police are putting out the call for help. Crossing guards are desperately needed to protect students across the city. Right now, 12 school intersections here in Wilmington have no crossing guards on duty. That's about a third of all posts that help students from Christina, Brandywine, Red Clay, charter, and Catholic schools around the city to get to class safely. Police Chief Wilfredo Campos says the department is having a difficult time filling these jobs despite hard ongoing hiring efforts. The city has 14 vacancies at 12 key intersections in the area. The pay ranges from $15 to $21 an hour, but the work is part-time, we want to let you know, with split morning and afternoon shifts. If you're interested, you can apply on the City of Wilmington's website. In some lighter news, get ready to come on down. The Price is Right is headed back to Wilmington this fall. That's right, giving fans a chance to win big live on stage. The live, non-televised version of the iconic game show will take place at the Playhouse on Rodney Square on October 29th. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, Friday, April 25th at 9 a.m., so set your alarms. Prices range from $51.50 to $135. Now, while buying a ticket doesn't improve your odds of being selected, it is required to attend the show. Prizes may include vacations, appliances, even a new car, and classic games like Plinko, Cliffhangers, and that big wheel, it'll be there. Last year's show was sold out, you may remember. For full details or to buy tickets, head to thegrandwilmington.org. And before we go tonight, this is so cool. A surprise visitor stopped by the Delaware Art Museum this week. Broadway legend himself, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber. The famed composer behind the Phantom of the Opera, Cats, and Evita toured the Wilmington Museum on Monday to view its renowned collection of pre-Raffaelli art. Webber met with the museum's curator to discuss their shared admiration for artists like John Everett Mealas and Edward Burne-Jones. The Delaware Art Museum houses more than 12,000 works, including American illustration and contemporary art. The museum is open to the public Wednesday through Sunday. Very neat. Hey, that wraps up your weekend review here in the First State. Be sure to follow DETV all across your favorite social media platforms for more on what's happening all around Delaware. And if you have a comment, question, news, or sports tip, we want to hear from you. Send it our way. Contact us at press@detvch.com. For Shakara and all of us here at DETV, I'm Matt Ford. We'll see you right back here next week. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. Good night. We don't talk about prostate cancer enough, and it's the most diagnosed form of cancer and the second most common cause of cancer death among Black men in both Delaware and the United States. Approximately 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, but just by asking your healthcare provider if you should get a screening could help you detect prostate cancer early and save your life. So let's talk about it. Talk to your healthcare provider today about a prostate cancer screening if you are 40 years of age or older, or have a family history of prostate cancer. If you don't have insurance, or if your insurance doesn't pay for cancer screenings, Screening for Life may provide you with the screenings that you need, and Nurse Navigators make this process easier. To learn more, visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211. Ask your healthcare provider about a prostate cancer screening, and you're asking for so much more.
My name is Jason Aviles, and I am the founder and owner of Fly Yogi, and I'm here to share with you some tips to be able to help fight opioid addiction. Opioid addiction is a real growing problem here in America, and I'm here to share with you some tips that you can be able to integrate into your everyday life to really fight against opioid addiction. One of the first things is redeveloping your mindset. One of the practices that I like to use daily is meditation. And what meditation does is it brings you clarity of mind, and it helps keep you grounded, and it improves your ability to make decisions that you are going to benefit from. A lot of the time we find that addiction is rooted in our mindset. It's rooted in how we think and how we perceive, and therefore how we act. So this is a really good way to help fight against that energy of addiction. The second thing is improving your lifestyle through diet and exercise. at the very root of addiction, there is substances within the body that's causing the addiction on a physical level. When we begin to introduce healthier foods, plant-based foods, we begin to remove and detox the substances that are in our body that's causing and attracting the addiction. So through incorporating more fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and even drinking water on a daily basis, you're going to put your body in a state where it's going to be able to fight the root causes of these addictions. The second part is exercise. Exercise is good for mood. It's good for energy. It's good to increase vitality. It's good to get your heart pumping and get your blood flowing and get oxygen moving throughout the body. So through engaging in physical exercise, complemented by incorporating healthier foods, you're putting your body and your mind in a state where it does not want what's causing these things that are manifesting negatively in your life. So addiction can really be decreased by just incorporating a healthier lifestyle through diet and nutrition, exercise, and then also making sure that you're tackling the mind through mindset, through meditation.